What if a man lived hundreds of years ahead of his time? What if he imagined machines that should not exist yet? What if his notebooks contained ideas that seemed impossible? And what if history still cannot fully explain him? His name was Leonardo da Vinci, a painter to some, an inventor to others. But perhaps those titles are far too simple. More than 5 centuries have passed since his death. Empires have disappeared. Technology has transformed the world. Yet Leonardo remains an unsolved mystery. Imagine opening an ancient notebook. The pages are fragile and stained with age. The handwriting looks strange and unfamiliar, but the drawings are what truly shock you. Flying machines fill the pages. Mechanical devices appear in careful detail. Complex engineering concepts emerge from the sketches. Ideas that seem centuries too early. At first, you might think the drawings are modern, perhaps created long after Leonardo's time. But they were not. That is what makes them extraordinary. Leonardo was born in 1452, a time before electricity, a time before engines, a time before modern science existed. The world he entered was vastly different from ours. Knowledge moved slowly. Travel was difficult. Many mysteries remained unsolved. No one expected greatness from the young boy. No prophecy announced his future. No king celebrated his birth. He seemed completely ordinary, yet something separated him from everyone else. He noticed details others ignored. He asked questions others never considered. His curiosity seemed limitless. While other children played, Leonardo watched birds in the sky. He studied the way their wings moved. He wondered how flight worked. To most people, a bird was simply a bird. To Leonardo, it was a mystery, a puzzle waiting to be solved, a lesson hidden within nature. His fascination extended beyond animals. He observed rivers and clouds. He studied trees and plants. Everything became a source of knowledge. The world around him felt alive with questions. Every movement carried meaning. Every pattern suggested a deeper truth. Every observation sparked another idea. Most people accept reality as it appears. Leonardo did the opposite. He constantly challenged assumptions. He wanted to know why things existed. Why do birds fly? Why does water flow the way it does? How does the human body function? Questions filled his mind endlessly. That endless curiosity became his greatest strength. It pushed him toward discovery. It pushed him toward creativity. It pushed him beyond ordinary limits. As he grew older, his hunger for knowledge intensified. Art fascinated him. Science fascinated him even more. But Leonardo refused to choose one path. He wanted everything: art and science, beauty and understanding. His notebooks multiplied rapidly. Each page captured a new idea. Each sketch represented another question. His imagination never seemed to rest. Some people dream while sleeping. Leonardo appeared to dream while awake. Ideas followed him everywhere. Possibilities surrounded him constantly. He saw connections others could not see. Art connected to anatomy. Anatomy connected to engineering. Engineering connected to nature. The boundaries separating disciplines disappeared. Everything belonged to one giant puzzle, and Leonardo intended to understand it, piece by piece. But curiosity has a price. The deeper Leonardo searched for answers, the stranger his journey became, and the real mystery was only beginning. As Leonardo matured, his interests expanded rapidly. Painting alone could not satisfy him. Science alone was not enough. He wanted to understand everything. Knowledge became an obsession. Not fame, not wealth, not power or influence. Only understanding truly mattered. Most artists studied appearances. Leonardo studied reality itself. He wanted to know what existed beneath the surface. He wanted truth, not illusion. The human body fascinated him deeply. Every muscle seemed important. Every bone carried a purpose. Every movement revealed hidden complexity. While many slept through the night, Leonardo often worked in silence. His candle flickered in the darkness. His curiosity refused to rest. He entered places most people avoided. Places filled with fear and discomfort. Places where death remained present. Places where secrets waited. Leonardo studied human remains, not out of cruelty, not out of madness, but because he needed answers. He carefully examined muscles and tendons. He mapped bones and organs. He documented every observation. Nothing escaped his attention. The work carried risks. Many people considered it disturbing. Some considered it unacceptable. Others considered it dangerous. Yet Leonardo continued. Questions mattered more than fear. Discovery mattered more than comfort. Truth mattered more than approval. Night after night, His notebooks filled with sketches. Detailed drawings appeared on every page. Remarkable precision emerged. He drew the human heart. He drew the spine. He drew muscles with astonishing accuracy. His observations were extraordinary. Centuries later, doctors would study those drawings. Scientists would admire them. Historians would analyze them. The accuracy remained impressive. But Leonardo was never satisfied. One discovery led to another question. One answer created another mystery. The cycle never stopped. His notebooks became treasure chests of ideas. Every page revealed a new fascination. Every sketch reflected a restless mind. Every observation fueled another search. Nature remained his greatest teacher. He studied flowing water. He studied storms and clouds. He studied the movement of light. Nothing seemed too small to investigate. Nothing seemed too ordinary to matter. Even the simplest phenomenon deserved careful examination. The more he learned, the more connected everything appeared. Art connected to science. Science connected to nature. Patterns emerged everywhere. Shapes repeated themselves. Rules governed movement and growth. Nature seemed to speak a hidden language. Leonardo spent his life listening, watching, questioning, recording everything he could. Yet among all his discoveries, something even more astonishing was coming. Something that would confuse future generations. Something hidden within his notebooks. The pages revealed strange concepts. Machines unlike anything around him. Ideas that seemed impossible. Dreams that felt futuristic. Historians would later stare at those sketches with disbelief and fascination. How could one man imagine such things? How could he see so far ahead? The mystery deepened with every page because Leonardo was no longer studying the world. He was beginning to imagine worlds that did not exist yet. Then came the sketches that changed everything. Pages filled with impossible-looking machines. Ideas that seemed to belong to another century. Ideas that should not have existed yet. One drawing resembled a flying machine. Its design was inspired by birds. Its structure was remarkably detailed. Its purpose was clear: human flight. For centuries, people had dreamed of flying. Most accepted it as fantasy. Leonardo treated it as a problem to solve, a challenge waiting for an answer. He studied wings tirelessly. He observed birds for hours. He analyzed their movements carefully. Nature became his blueprint. Another sketch looked even stranger. A spiral-shaped device rose into the air. Modern observers immediately noticed the resemblance. It looks surprisingly similar to a helicopter. The resemblance raises questions. How could someone in the Renaissance imagine concepts that seem modern? The mystery continues to fuel debate. His notebooks contained armored vehicles, machines protected by metal plating, vehicles designed for combat, concepts resembling modern tanks. There were designs for bridges, concepts for diving equipment, mechanical innovations of every kind. His imagination knew no boundaries. Some inventions were practical. Others seemed wildly ambitious. Many could not be built at the time. The technology simply did not exist. Yet Leonardo kept designing. He kept imagining. He kept sketching new possibilities. The future lived inside his notebooks. Historians often wonder the same thing. Was Leonardo truly predicting the future, or was he simply imagining possibilities that others never dared consider? Whatever the answer may be, his ideas remain astonishing. They reveal a mind unlike most others, a mind constantly exploring. But there was another side to Leonardo, a side rarely discussed, a side hidden beneath the legend, a side that feels deeply human. For all his brilliance, he struggled to finish many projects. Masterpieces remained incomplete. Ideas accumulated faster than results. One project led to another. One curiosity replaced the previous one. His attention moved constantly. His mind raced ahead. Imagine carrying thousands of ideas, every day, every hour, every waking moment. Imagine never feeling satisfied. Imagine always seeing room for improvement. Imagine perfection forever staying out of reach. That was Leonardo's reality. Many of his works evolved endlessly. He adjusted details repeatedly. He refined concepts constantly. Completion became difficult. To outsiders, this seemed frustrating. To Leonardo, it was necessary. He could always see another possibility, another improvement waiting ahead. His greatest strength may also have been his greatest burden. His imagination never slowed down. His curiosity never rested. The world celebrated his genius. Yet inside his mind, there was an endless storm of ideas, an endless search for more. Perhaps he was not chasing success. Perhaps he was chasing understanding. And understanding has no finish line. It only leads further. The deeper Leonardo traveled into knowledge, the more questions he discovered. The horizon kept moving away. The mystery kept growing, and soon a surprising realization appears. The greatest mystery may not be his inventions. The greatest mystery may be the man himself. The more Leonardo learned, the more he questioned everything around him. Knowledge did not bring certainty. It brought even deeper mysteries. Most people search for answers. Leonardo searched for better questions. Every discovery opened a new door. Behind it waited another unknown. This endless curiosity shaped his entire life. It drove his achievements. It fueled his imagination, and it quietly exhausted him. Many admired his brilliance from afar. Few understood the pressure he carried. A mind overflowing with ideas rarely finds peace. Each morning brought new possibilities, new inventions, new observations, new mysteries demanding attention. Before one project could be completed, another captured his imagination. Before one question was solved, another appeared even larger. The world saw unfinished paintings. The world saw abandoned concepts. The world saw incomplete projects, but Leonardo saw unfinished exploration. To him, knowledge was a journey, not a destination, not a trophy, not something to be possessed. That mindset made him extraordinary, but it also made life difficult. Perfection became both a goal and a prison. Take the Mona Lisa, for example, one of the most famous paintings ever created. Yet Leonardo continued refining it for years. He simply could not let it go. Every shadow mattered. Every expression mattered. Every tiny detail mattered. Nothing felt complete. He was not merely painting a portrait. He was chasing perfection itself, and perfection always remained, just beyond reach. This pattern repeated throughout his life. Article, science, engineering. No matter the subject, Leonardo wanted to understand it completely. Not partially, not superficially. Yet complete understanding is impossible. The more we learn, the more we realize how much remains unknown. Perhaps Leonardo understood that truth better than anyone else of his era. Perhaps that is why he never stopped searching. Some historians call him a genius. Others call him a visionary. Some describe him as a universal mind. All of them may be correct, but those labels only explain part of the story. They describe what he achieved. They do not explain who he was. That mystery remains, because Leonardo seems larger than history. His interests crossed every boundary. His curiosity ignored every limitation. His imagination refused confinement. At times, it feels as though his mind belonged somewhere else, not another place. Another century, a century where flight was possible, a century where machines transformed society, a century where science unlocked hidden truths, a century still far away. And yet Leonardo imagined those possibilities hundreds of years before they arrived. That fact continues to amaze the world. It continues to inspire wonder. The deeper we examine his life, the stranger it becomes. The clearer the evidence appears, the more mysterious he feels. Which leads to a fascinating question. Was Leonardo remembered because he found answers? Or because he taught humanity how to keep asking questions? Perhaps that is the greatest twist of all. Leonardo da Vinci is remembered not only for what he created, he is remembered for how he thought, for how he saw the world. Most people spend their lives searching for certainty. Leonardo seemed to embrace uncertainty. He welcomed difficult questions. He chased mysteries others avoided. His notebooks reveal more than inventions. They reveal a mindset, a relentless desire to understand, a refusal to stop learning. That mindset may be his greatest legacy. Not a painting, not a machine, not even a scientific discovery. Because inventions can break, buildings can collapse, empires can disappear, but ideas can survive forever. 5 centuries have passed, yet students still study his work. Scientists still admire his observations. Artists still learn from his vision. His influence stretches across generations, across countries, across cultures, across time itself. Few people achieve that. Fewer still achieve it for so long. Leonardo remains relevant because curiosity never grows old. Questions never become outdated. In many ways, his story is not about genius. It is about possibility, the possibility of human potential. One person looked at the world differently. One person refused to accept limits. One person kept asking questions, and history changed forever. Imagine if he had stopped. Imagine if he had accepted conventional wisdom. Imagine if he had ignored his curiosity. The world would be poorer for it. Many of his ideas never became reality. Many of his projects remained unfinished, yet somehow his influence endured. Perhaps that tells us something important. Success is not always measured by completion. Sometimes it is measured by inspiration. Sometimes it is measured by impact. Sometimes it is measured by questions left behind. Leonardo left many questions behind. Questions that still echo through history. Questions that continue to challenge us. Questions that continue to inspire us. The deeper historians investigate his life, the more layers they uncover. The more answers they find, the more mysteries appear. That is why Leonardo feels different. Most historical figures become clearer over time. Leonardo somehow becomes more mysterious, more fascinating. Was he simply a genius? A rare mind with extraordinary abilities? Perhaps. But that explanation feels incomplete, because genius explains talent. It explains intelligence. It explains creativity. It does not explain everything. There was something deeper, a relentless curiosity, a fearless imagination, a hunger for understanding. That hunger drove him forward. It pushed him beyond the boundaries of his era. It allowed him to see possibilities others could not even imagine. And maybe that is why Leonardo continues to captivate us today. Not because he knew everything, but because he never stopped learning. The world often rewards certainty. Leonardo embraced wonder. The world seeks answers. Leonardo pursued discovery. His greatest invention may not have been a machine. It may not have been a painting. It may have been a way of thinking, a way of seeing beyond the obvious. So was Leonardo da Vinci a genius or a mystery? Perhaps he was both. And perhaps that is why, 500 years later, the world is still trying to understand him.